What is up guys, Rampana1 here and welcome to another deck profile video. Today we're covering a new deck profile for Gimmick Puppets. Haven't done one of these in quite some time, mainly because there haven't been any new Gimmick Puppet monsters in quite some time. But they've added some new Gimmick Puppet monsters of course, and these ones are actually really good and they really make the archetype flourish. And the new Chaos XYZ monsters they added are probably some of the most fun Chaos XYZ monsters I've ever seen. So anyway, let's get into the deck profile. First off, we have 3 Gimmick Puppet Main Doll and 3 Gimmick Puppet Necro Doll. As you'll notice, this is a common theme in all of my Gimmick Puppet decks to just run 3 of each of these cards. It's just because they're beast cards. I mean, Main Doll, really easy card to special summon from your hand. Necro Doll, really easy card to special summon from your graveyard, and you can constantly special summon, constantly recycle it from the graveyard. It doesn't banish after summoning it once like a lot of the cards that summon from the graveyard do. It doesn't have much of a cost to summon it from the graveyard. Just got to banish another Gimmick Puppet monster. It's just a all-round beast card. Next up we have Gimmick Puppet Egghead. Again, a very easy card to get out, an easy card to make a level 8 monster, and a really easy card to combo. I mean, you can use something like Trade In to discard Necro Doll, summon Egghead, use its effect, discard Twilight Joker, make it a level 8, use the effect of Necro Doll, banish Twilight Joker, summon Necro Doll, and then you've got 2 level 8 monsters on the field ready to XYZ summon. Next up we have 3 Humpty Dumpty. This is one of the new Gimmick Puppet cards, and it's a very useful one. So when the card is normal summon or special summon, you can special summon 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your hand. You can only use the effect of Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty once per turn. So yeah, it's a good card, really good card, and it pretty much just allows you to quickly swarm Gimmick Puppet monsters, which is what you want to do with the Gimmick Puppet archetype. You want to get as many Gimmick Puppets out as quickly as possible, really. As many level 8 ones, preferably. But if you do get the level 4 ones out, there are a few level 4 XYZ monsters in the extra deck that you can go into. So yeah, Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty is definitely a viable option for the Gimmick Puppet archetype. Next up we have Gimmick Puppet Scissor Arm, sorry. A nice little card that allows you to quickly get cards from the deck into the graveyard. So you want to send Necro Doll, send Necro Doll. You want to send another Gimmick Puppet to use as a tribute for Necro Doll, you can do that too. So Scissor Arm's a very good card. Next up we have Gimmick Puppet Twilight Joker. I don't use its first effect, so when a Gimmick... I don't really use its effect at all actually. So its effect is when a Gimmick Puppet monster is destroyed by violence into the graveyard, you can banish that monster, special summon this card from your hand. I don't really use that effect. The effect, what I mainly use it for is for Mystic Tomato. I use it for Mystic Tomato because Mystic Tomato can summon pretty much the majority of the monsters in this deck besides Egghead and Machina Cannon. But I don't want to go into Main Doll because I like to keep Main Dolls in the hand, and I don't go into Necro Doll because I like to keep Necro Dolls either in my deck or in my graveyard. I'll explain why now. So yeah, Twilight Joker is a nice substitute for that. That's why I use Twilight Joker. Machina Cannon, really easy card to get a nice level 8 machine type monster on the field by just ditching another machine type monster from your hand, and then you can use it with Necro Doll to again summon a really easy Gimmick Puppet XYZ monster. And then of course I just explained Mystic Tomato. As far as the Spell and Trap lineup goes, we got Dark Hole, Foolish Burial, Forbidden Lance, 3 Junk Puppet. Junk Puppet is pretty much the monster reborn of the Gimmick Puppet archetype, so running this at 3 is pretty much a necessity. Then we've got 2 Machine Duplication. Now this is why I like to either keep Necro Doll in the graveyard or in the deck. Pro tip, only keep 1 Necro Doll in the graveyard. So if you use Scissor Arms to send Necro Doll to the graveyard, that's the only time you want to do it. Do not use Foolish Burial to then send another one, or whatever. If you end up drawing into a Necro Doll and you have something like a Trade in your hand, then you can use Trade In to send Necro Doll to the graveyard then, but only then. Do not send more than 1 copy from the deck to the graveyard. And the reason for that is you want to try and keep 2 in the deck, so you can use Machine Duplication, which will allow you to, when you special summon Necro Doll, special summon another 2 from the deck, overlay into number 88 Gimmick Puppet of Leo, then use the new rank up magic card to go into Disaster Leo, and you can just caught all kinds of shenanigans using that nice little combo. Of course, if you can only keep one Necrodoll in the deck, that's still fine. Summon Necrodoll, use Machine Duplication, summon another Necrodoll from the deck. Let's say you have a main doll in hand, summon that. Got a Junk Puppet in your hand, use it to summon another one. Got a Machine Cannon, so on and so forth. Machine Duplication, even if you only have one Necrodoll in the deck, is a really easy way to get 3 monsters on the field, so you can then go into Disaster Leo, or Gimmick Puppet of Leo, and then Disaster Leo. Moving on, Rank Up Magic, Argent Chaos Force. This card reads, target one rank 5 or higher XYZ monster you control, special summon that target from the extra deck. Special summon from the extra deck one number C or CXYZ monster that is one rank higher than that monster you control, by using it as an XYZ material. When a rank 5 or higher XYZ monster is special summoned to your side of the field while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use this effect of Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force once per duel. So yeah, nice little recycling. So let's just say we go into number 15 Giant Grinder. We use Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force to then go into our number C15 Gimmick Puppet Serial Killer. Then Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force goes to the graveyard. Later, and then we pretty much don't need to worry about Rank Up Magic anymore. So later on in the duel, when I go into number 40 Gimmick Puppet of Strings, Rank Up Argent Chaos Force is just going to come straight back to my hand, simply because I summoned a rank 5 or higher XYZ monster from my extra deck. Then that comes to the hand, I use Gimmick Puppet Strings effect, and then go into number C40 Gimmick Puppet Devil Strings. So yeah, very nice combination. Rank Up Magic Argent Force is definitely the rank up card you want to be using when playing Gimmick Puppets. And then of course 2 trading. Mainly because we've got lots of level 8 monsters. Then for trap lineups, pretty basic. Bottomless Trap Hole, Compulse Activation Device, and 2 Mirror Force. Then moving on to the extra deck, not going to cover the rank 4s, just go over them quickly here. Gear Gigant X, Maestro the Sympathy Djinn, number 39 Utopia, and number 50 Black Ship of Corn, just some basic rank 4 XYZs just in case you need to go into them. Now moving on to the main boss monsters of the deck. First up we have number 15 Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. We all know what Giant Grinder does, it's a pretty powerful card on its own, but now when we rank it up to number C15 Gimmick Puppet Serial Killer, it gets a little bit more powerful. So once per turn you can detach one XYZ material from this card, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. Now previously with Giant Grinder, we had to target a special summoned monster, and then only if it was an XYZ monster, we would inflict some damage. Now you can target any monster, and then if that monster happens to be a now we can target any card, and if that card happens to be a monster, we can inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. Extremely powerful effect, extremely useful, just a really, really powerful addition to the Gimmick Puppet archetype. Next up we have number C40 Gimmick Puppet Devil Strings. If you thought Giant Grinder's rank up magic form Serial Killer was good, you're going to love Devil Strings. So when this card is special summoned, destroy all monsters on the field with string counters. And if you do, draw one card, then inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest original attack among those destroyed monsters. Once per turn you can detach one XYZ material from this card, place one string counter on each face-up monster your opponent controls. That's a really powerful effect. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to go into number 40 Gimmick Puppet Strings, use this effect to detach a material from it to place one string counter on each face-up monster on the field. Then you want to rank it up using Argent Chaos Force to go into Devil Strings, and then as soon as it hits the field, its effect will activate, destroying all monsters with string counters. You will draw a card, and then you will inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest monster's attack. That is a really powerful combo. You're just going to clear the field, draw a card, and inflict damage. And then it's got a nice 3,300 attack beat stick on it, and then you're pretty much going to be going for a game in a lot of situations. And then the final card we have here is number C88 Gimmick Puppet Disaster Leo. Now we all know that Gimmick Puppet of Leo has a win condition, a pretty good one at that. When it gains 3 destiny counters, you win the duel. Gimmick Puppet Disaster Leo has a win condition of its own as well. So, must be special summoned by a rank up magic spell card that targeted a number 88 Gimmick Puppet of Leo and cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card on the field cannot be targeted by card effect. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card and inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. During your end phase, if your opponent's life points are 2000 or less, and this card has no XYZ material, this card's controller wins the duel. So yeah, pretty powerful card there, pretty interesting card. Obviously this isn't your go-to card. You're not going to be going to this card every single time you play Gimmick Puppets. This isn't going to be the win condition you want to be falling back on every single duel. But it's a nice little thing to have. It's a nice little thing to have, just like Gimmick Puppet of Leo was. It was always fun to fall back onto Gimmick Puppet of Leo's effect. Just not attack and just let the Destiny counters build up while your opponent can do nothing. They have all these trap cards in their back row that require you to attack, to protect themselves when you attack. And you're just sitting there building up Destiny counters waiting to win the duel. Gimmick Puppet Disaster Leo has a similar effect. You just got to sit back, deal damage using this effect. Hopefully your opponent is at 6,000 life points when you, or less when you start using this effect, and then just start peeling away 1000 damage per turn, 1000 damage per turn, 1000 damage per turn. And then once all the materials are gone, if your opponent's life points 2000 less, you just win the duel. So yeah, honestly, if I go into Disaster Leo, if I go into Gimmick Puppet of Leo, I think if I don't have any spell and trap cards in my back row, I'm probably going to just keep Gimmick Puppet of Leo. I just think it's a more effective win condition than Disaster Leo, because, I mean, you pretty much burn your opponents, and then when they get to less than 2000 points, you're pretty much a few attack away or whatever from winning the duel anyway. So the fact that you're then waiting, it just doesn't seem worth it to use Disaster Leo's win condition. I think Gimmick Puppet of Leo has a much more effective win condition, in my opinion. But anyway guys, that is my new deck profile for the Gimmick Puppet archetype. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. Also feel free to use this. This is why I make these videos. This is why this deck profile is here, for you guys to use this deck. Don't hesitate to use it one bit. Also, if you enjoyed the video, want to give it a like rating, and be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with all my other videos. Again guys, I'm Hannah1, and I'm out. Peace. Thank you for watching.